Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly introduction to LifeWave. I am so excited to be here and to be able to share this technology with you all. My name is Christy Chapman, and I've been with this beautiful company called LifeWave for a little over 3 years now. And I am so blessed that I found this company, or this company found me, which may be your case as well. I started with the technology because I hurt my foot. And I am truly honored and blessed that this came into my life. It has completely changed my life, and I'm excited to be able to share with you all tonight. So if you are a guest, do me a favor. And first of all, text the person that invited you and thank them for inviting you, because they must think very highly of you and they must care about you, because what you're about to learn about tonight is truly a special technology that is healing the world. And we have heard thousands and hundreds of thousands of testimonies of so many amazing things and miracles happening with this technology. And it's a very simple, affordable technology. So thank the person that invited you. Also, if you have questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat. I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have at the end. And if you are listening to this or I know you're listening, but while you're listening to this, just think about who in your life could benefit from this technology, whether it's pain, inflammation, stress, sleep, energy, and the list goes on. And that person might be you as well. So just have an open mind to what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to share my story real quick with you, and then I have 3 beautiful testimonies for you later on, and then we're going to do a short presentation in between. So the reason why I started, like I told you before, is because my foot. I hurt my foot, and but then this is what happened 4 months later. So this truly is the reason why this technology found me, because I needed this technology to help my son heal. This is my son, Andrew, and he was in a horrible motorcycle accident. We got that dreaded phone call, and the doctor said, "We don't think your son is going to make it." Now, he was fully geared, but he had lots of brain trauma issues that caused him to have strokes, a brain bleed, and a traumatic brain injury. He also had lots of broken bones. He also had COVID, MRSA, and pneumonia while he was in the hospital. So to say that Andrew was in a bad situation was an understatement. But luckily, somebody had shared these patches with Andrew's doctor prior to me asking if I could put them on him. And the doctor said yes. So we patched and we prayed a lot for Andrew. And I believed he was going to be healed, healthy, and whole. And this is a picture of him 6 months later, which they didn't know if he was even going to make it or if he would have brain trauma issues. And then they said to me too, expect at least a year or 2 for Andrew to completely recover. And this is a picture of a miracle here. This is 6 months later. And so this is why I'm here. I'm here to make sure that everybody knows about this technology and has an option to, say yes or no to it. And so thank you again for being here. And so let's go ahead and get started on why we're all here too, is because of David Schmidt. David Schmidt is our CEO. He's the scientist, and he's also the founder of this beautiful company called LifeWave. And it was founded in 2004. Now, the technology happened a little bit before that, maybe 5 years before that, because David was contracted with the elite Navy SEALs so that he could come up with a way to have energy naturally without stimulants, because the Navy SEALs, sometimes they're up for days at a time, and they wanted them to stay healthy. And so David came up with our first patch called Energy Enhancers. And they worked so well for them that he came up with another patch that was called Ice Wave. And Ice Wave is for rapid pain relief. And this helped with the Navy SEALs so that they could have pain relief, especially from migraines and headaches without taking medication. And 9/11 happened, so David lost the contract with the Navy SEALs, rightfully so. They were focused on other things. Then through networking, the Olympics got a hold of them, the Olympic swim team, and they started breaking their personal best records. And, they got all drug tested, but as we have learned, there's nothing that's entering into the bloodstream. This is a non-transdermal technology. And so it's not going to interfere with anything that you're doing, whether it's medication or if you're an athlete. It's completely safe, and it's safe for all ages. And so David had to think of how he could get this to the world because it was helping so many people with healing and performance. So that's when LifeWave was born. And now fast forward, because of what we're going to focus on tonight, which is X39, and that came to our company in 2019. We are now the fastest growing company in the world, and we are definitely leading the space of stem cell technology. And we have lots of other things that are coming on board this year that is going to help increase our stem cells even more. And so it's very, very exciting. And David's goal was to help impact 1 billion homes. But now with the technology that we have and the growth that we have with X39, he's projecting that we're going to help multiple billions of homes, which is so exciting and so fun to be a part of this beautiful community. So LifeWave is both a brand and a technology. And we've been known up until this year more like a patch company. We've been known as this patch company. We have 11 different patches, but we always start with X39, our stem cell patch. But now going forward, we're going to be known as a technology company. And our patches are a technology. However, David has some incredible things happening in the future over the next 7 years. But a couple of them that I can share with you today is that we're going to have a supplement coming out this month in January that exudes light in the body. And so I've never heard of a supplement that helps create light within the body. So we're going to have that coming out. So stay tuned for that. And we're also going to have what I'm calling age reversal healing water. And this is also going to exude light within the body. So these 3 products, the X39, the supplement, and the water, is going to be an incredible, powerful healing tool for us going forward this year. So stay tuned for all that. We're also going to be featured. They already did the documentary on Netflix, so of David's journey and his life, and also LifeWave all the way up until the water. So that's coming out this year too, so it'll be exciting. But LifeWave patches are innovative. They're unique, and they're created with a cutting edge technology. A lot of times, since there's nothing that's transdermal, like I said before, people ask, well, how is it working if nothing's going into the bloodstream? Well, this little patch is going to stimulate your skin, and it's going to wake up your brain to do what it needs to do, and that's to create or actually wake up your dormant stem cells. And so this is known as photobiomodulation. We're using light and energy from our own body to create change. So kind of think of it as when we wear night vision goggles, you can see the images with color and exuding from the body. And that's what we're doing. So light and heat is coming 3 to 6 inches out of this patch. And again, nothing's going to enter into the body. And inside each patch is organic crystals, and they're engineered with a specific frequency that's going to activate your own body's healing intelligence, because our body is very intelligent, and we give it the right tools, it will be able to heal itself and completely safe. Now, this is kind of like acupuncture, or acupatching to go is what we call it. And we're going to use acupuncture points to enhance the results of our patches. And so when you get your sleeve, this is a sleeve of X39. This is a 30-day supply. When you get that, it's going to have instructions on how to use it. And you can put it on the back of the neck or below the belly button for X39. But we also tell people, if you have pain in your body, you can put it directly on the point of pain. So for me, when I hurt my foot, it was bruised and swollen for a couple of weeks. I put it directly on my foot, and I'm not kidding, within a couple hours, this doesn't happen for everybody, but my pain went away, and I was able to wear my heels again the next day, go to the gym the next day, and walk properly like I hadn't been for 2 weeks. So you can put it directly on the point of pain. We also have another patch called Eon that is a great supporting patch when you have pain, because Eon is going to help with stress and inflammation in the body. And whenever we have pain, there's going to be stress and inflammation will eat stem cells. So X39 can help with the inflammation. However, Eon will help make it work faster. So we tell people, if you're just going to wear X39, give it a month for every decade that you are. Okay. And if you want the pain to, the relief of the pain to speed up, add Eon to the back of the neck and put X39 on the point of pain, and you'll be really, really happy with your results, and it will speed it up much quicker. Now, one thing I love about David and this company is that we have lots of clinical trials. We actually have over 100 third-party double-blind clinical trials, and we have over 150 patents. David actually stopped counting at 150. So that just shows the validity of our products and our technology, because a lot of times people think that maybe this is a woo-woo effect, or maybe this is me just thinking I'm getting better. But rest assured that we have lots of science, lots of patents, and lots of third-party clinical trials that will prove that our patches are doing what it says it's going to do. As a matter of fact, our science says that within 24 hours, you are already activating your stem cells. And at day 10, even more. And again, the longer you're wearing it, the better the results are going to be. And 70% will feel something in 30 days. The other 30%, again, need to give it a month for every decade that you are. So, and let's just continue here. Now, what are stem cells and why are they so important? I know before I learned about this company, I knew about stem cells as injections, which many of you probably do. And injections are really expensive. Insurance doesn't cover them. Sometimes they don't work. And sometimes you can have harmful side effects, which is, I've heard of some really bad stories happening from stem cell injections. So this is going to be using your own stem cells again. We're going to activate our own dormant stem cells, so nothing is entering in the body. And stem cells are neutral cells. So any cell in our body stems from a stem cell. And so, the stem cells can be any type of cell that your body needs. So it's very smart. This patch will kind of scan your body. And if you have pain in your body, it will go to that pain. However, if you have been using, like some of my friends, they've been using pain pills for quite a while, or ibuprofen or Tylenol, well, the liver and kidneys might be damaged. So it's going to go to there first before it addresses the pain that's going on in your knee. So definitely give it time. Now, when we are 25, that's when our stem cells start to decline. 35, we only have half of our stem cells left, which is really crazy to think about. When we're 60, we only have 10% of our stem cells left, and then it just declines after that. And that's why when we get older, a lot of times when we get hurt, it takes a while for us to heal. If we get a burn or a cut, it takes time to heal, because the less stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. You might have brain fog when you get older if you don't have activated stem cells. You might, not sleep very well at night, or not have a lot of energy, and you kind of have to take that nap in the middle of the day. Well, that's because our stem cells are declining and our body is slowing down. So it's very important that we activate those stem cells. And I didn't realize that until I started this company and started using these patches. And I have heard that our patches are equally as effective as the injections, if not even better, with a fraction of the cost. It's a cup of coffee a day to wear our technology. And again, we're not using anybody else's stem cells. We're going to activate our own stem cells. So X39 is the world's first and only stem cell therapy that you're going to activate your own stem cells, and then you're going to regenerate your own stem cells to a younger state. So what I mean by that is we are going to wear, I have a patch on right here. We are going to wear this patch for 12 hours during the day. Daytime is very important because you want to hydrate so that you can help the patches work more properly and get water into your cells. And then you're going to let your body rest for 12 hours at night. So every day you're putting a new patch on, you're going to activate your own dormant stem cells, and then you're going to let them rest for 12 hours. I know sometimes when people get started, they're like, okay, more is better. You only need to wear one patch a day, and wearing it for long periods of time is not better. We need to make sure that we let our body rest. Now, I didn't know what GHKCU was when I started, but it is a copper peptide. And you're hearing a lot about copper peptides nowadays, and which is very exciting to me because I think that we're starting to get to a point where more people are looking for holistic ways to heal and to truly age backwards. And so this copper peptide, if you Google it, when we get off of here, go to PubMed or go to Google, what does GHKCU do for my body anyways? And you will be amazed at the list of things that activating your own GHKCU will do for you. And that's exactly what this X39 patch will do. It's going to activate your own GHKCU copper peptide. So it's also known as the holy mother grail of age reversal. So that is very, very exciting. And it's not just anti-aging. I want you to know that it's actually age reversal. So every day that you wear the patch, you're aging a day backwards, which is extremely exciting. I'm 53. No, I'm 54. I'm 54, and my biological age is 33. I got a scan done, and it said that my biological age is 33, and I've been wearing the patches for about 3.5 years now. So I also, and David will always recommend, good diet, get good sleep, take good supplements, eat right, exercise, the whole 9 yards. And I know since I've been with this company, I am doing more for my health now than I've ever done, because once you start feeling better, you start making better choices. And you start educating yourself on better ways to live and better products to use and things like that. So one thing I love about the product, it's affordable. Like I said, everybody can afford to use these patches. I have saved money actually by using this technology. I call it a transfer spend, where stuff that I used to spend money on before the technology, now I'm saving by using this patch. And it truly is an investment into your own health. It's ethical. We're not using anybody else's stem cells, and requires no injections, which I know a lot of you would be happy about as well. So here's a few things that activating your own stem cells can do. Now we have multiple, like probably 40 or more blanket benefits to this. And you'll see that when you Google GHKCU. But the most popular ones that we help people with, especially, is the inflammation and pain. There's so many people, I think they say 1 out of 3 people are in pain. And a lot of times we don't even know that our loved ones are in pain because they don't talk about it. And so we can definitely help with that with X39. And again, if you want to couple it, pair it with Eon to help with the inflammation even further and quicker, that will be great. Now, wound healing and skin remodeling, this is something that happens to a lot of us. So if you have any old scars, doesn't matter if they're burn scars or wounds, maybe from surgery, take pictures of them, because you will see them fade, and they'll be good before and after pictures that you can show later on to your friends and family. Increase energy and vitality at the cellular level. I love this. I don't have to drink caffeine anymore. I don't require it. I drink it if I want to, but I don't need it anymore. So that's exciting. And it's a natural energy. Sleep, restorative sleep. Now, this is something that a lot of people will start feeling in the beginning, maybe even the first night that you wear the patches, even though you don't wear it at night. But by activating your stem cells during the day, you will have really good REM sleep, meaning you're going to have lots of vivid dreams, kind of like a movie every single night. And that means you're getting good, deep sleep. And sleep is one of the most important things that we can do for our health. So I'm really happy that that's one thing that happens with activating GHKCU. Now, sports performance and faster recovery, especially if you're over the age of 50, this is for people that are athletes, that are gym enthusiasts, or even if you just like to, if you like to play pickleball, or if you're active in your garden, or you paint, you're painting your house, you could literally have a lot of stamina during that time, and your recovery is going to be so much quicker. Now, if you're an athlete or you're going to the gym, you're going to see results like you did when you were younger, which is very exciting, because we all know that as we age, it's harder to see those results at the gym. Now, brain and cognitive function and brain fog, this is really big. We have lots of, I'm not going to say that we're going to cure anything, but there's lots of brain diseases out there now. and a lot of brain fog, especially coming from COVID or as you age, and we can definitely help with that. Improve vascular health and reduces blood pressure, also cholesterol. I have many friends under doctors' supervision that are coming off of all kinds of medications, including migraine medications, high blood pressure, cholesterol. And so this is very exciting anytime we can get off a medication, right? And we have a clinical trial that says that when you're wearing X39 for 6 months, you're literally going to age backwards 8 years. So if this is the only reason why you're wearing the patches for heart health, that is a big deal. So I would encourage you to really think about joining our patch community for that reason alone. And age reversal of more than 4,000 of your gene expressions to a younger state. Now, when I first learned this, I'm like, oh, I don't really understand what that means. But what that means is a third of your gene expressions are getting younger. So when I tell you that every day you're wearing the patches, you're aging a day backwards, that's what's happening. And that's a third of your gene expressions. Now with this age reversal healing water, our CEO, David Schmidt, said that we're getting close to, if not hitting 100% of our gene expressions to a younger state. So that is truly, truly exciting. And just a side note, you only drink 1 glass of this water a day. That's all is needed. And the stories that we're getting from this healing water is remarkable so far. So stay tuned. Now, here's some pictures, because pictures definitely don't lie. I would encourage you to take your own pictures when you start your patch journey. So here's a picture of shoulder surgery. Now, a lot of times it takes, especially the older you are, it takes a long time to heal from shoulder surgery, but this is only 2 weeks. And the scar looks absolutely amazing. The middle picture, this person was in a bad accident. This wound goes all the way through. They were going to amputate the arm. Now, this is his working hand. This is his writing hand. And the parents asked the doctors to patch him up, or to sew him up so they could patch him up. And look at this, 63 days later, no pain medicine, and his hand has full function, which is so exciting. This knee replacement, very painful, but he patched before, during, and after. This gentleman's close to 80. The older we are, the slower we heal. But in 5 weeks, he was healed, and look at his scar. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, this young gentleman, he already has his stem cells. Remember, when we're 25 is when they start declining. But they put a patch on him because he got in a snowboarding accident and he was about to do an interview. And so mom and dad didn't want him to have scars on his face. And so they put the patch on, and 5 days later, look at the healing that happened so quickly. The other gentleman, not so fast because he's older, right? It takes a long time to heal, but he's 79. And look at the difference between the 3 pictures. The third picture, he looks like his younger brother in 7 weeks. And look at the jawline, the inflammation that went away. Now he probably has X39 Eon for the inflammation. And then he also has our patch that we talked about earlier, the rapid pain relief. He has Ice Wave on there. So that's what he was using. Now, we always say whenever you start seeing mile markers on the outside, like your scars going away, your wrinkles going away, your eyelashes growing, your hair growing back to its original color, the gray is gone, that means that all is well on the inside. So this is a beautiful woman. She's been wearing the patches for a year now. And look at the big difference that happened with her after a year. And we know that all is well on the inside for her. And I always say, look at the eyes. The eyes really tell the story on how healthy people look, especially in this one. Look at this young lady's eyes. So she was the first patch person to start using X39. And this is a true example of age reversal. So she was 93 in the first picture, and look at her eyes again. And she was sick, you guys. And now 4 years later, 97. And not only does she look much, much younger, but she feels amazing. So that is so very exciting. And she's still doing very, very well because let's see, 4 years, she's been on the patches now for 5 years. Now, let's just go over a little review here. So you're going to wear X39 for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You're going to be consistent. You're going to put a new patch on every day. You're going to give it time. Again, a month for every decade that you are. However, it's going to start working within 24 hours. Just know that. Drink lots of water. If you can, use Celtic sea salt in the morning, put a little dash under your tongue, and good electrolytes that will just help everything work much faster and better. And then you can put X39 on the back of the neck or below the belly button. If you have pain, put it directly on the point of pain. And I would encourage you to get Eon. We have a special bundle for you that you could get Eon for a couple months, and you're going to put that on the back of the neck and put X39 on the point of pain, and that will speed up your healing process when it comes to pain. So now we're going to go ahead and share some stories. I love sharing stories, and I have a few beautiful stories for you today. I'm going to have Emily. Would you like to go first, please? Thank you.
Hi. Can you see me?
I can.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, love to share my story. It's not an earth-shattering story, but it's a good one, I feel. It
Yes.
has certainly changed my life. I am 63 years young in a couple of weeks. And a little bit about my background is I'm trained as a molecular biologist, biochemistry, and I worked in the biotech industry for about 16 years. And so this sort of, technology, it was very foreign to me, and I, kind of shy away from. It's like a lot of foo-foo, and so I was very skeptical, extremely skeptical when I first started. And but I was on the journey, basically because of my husband, because he got into a really bad car accident on his bicycle. He got ran over by a trash truck, kind of like Andrew's story, but not quite as bad. But TBI, traumatic brain injury, brain bleed, and all sorts of broken bones. But anyway, so I thought the patches could help him. So we've been on the patches for about 2 years, and I will tell his story at a different time. But as far as for me, like, I've been very, I'm also a certified functional nutritionist. So I've been watching my diet very carefully and for about 5, 10 years. So I feel like I have no issue. Why do I need to patch? Right. And so little do I know. So I just started doing it because my husband. And so the first thing actually, the second day I patched with X39, I went to see my colon hydrotherapist, and she says, "Oh, you have shiny things coming out of you." So, whatever that means, shiny things, is like, I totally forgot I patched. And then later on, I think it's detoxing heavy metal. That was the only thing I can think of as shiny. So that's the second day. And then gradually I can see better at nighttime. Like in the middle of the night, sometimes I get up to go to the bathroom and I can't see as well. It's getting darker and darker. Now it became better. And so it's almost like, I was younger, so I didn't need to turn lights on to go to the bathroom. And the other thing I noticed was my voice improved. And I would not know this unless I go to church and I sing. So it's kind of like I used to be an alto, so I sing low, but now I can sing soprano. I mean, I don't really need it,
Wow.
but I wouldn't know that unless I go to church and sing. So that's kind of really interesting. Will be useful for someone who's a singer. I noticed I had a lot of hair loss, and now it's like reduced almost, 50 to 70%. And so that was really good. And skin improvement, baby clean skin rather than goopy, gunk, whatever. And but the biggest thing, well, right now I'm also working on my trigger finger, which I had over 5 years, and I put X39 and Eon on it, and it's for about a month or so. It's getting better without surgery, so I'm really happy about that. But the biggest thing for me was I regained my, kind of a little bit of too much information here, my bladder control. Because I had rickets, and I'm old, and I had problems with, when you cough or sneeze or laugh, um, things happen. So I didn't even think about that. But after about 8 or 9 months, or even sooner than that, I felt like I was able to have much more control. So it was really nice. I mean, that's don't have to worry about wearing diapers, when I get older. And but I did notice if I don't patch, it comes back. So I know
Mm.
I'm aging. If I don't patch, I am aging. So just on a good reminder. Um, and lastly, I want to mention is like I do a lot of gardening. And so before I have to use Ice Wave afterwards just to help me out or beforehand. So but now, today, I was gardening and I was able to not have any issue with bending and getting up and, moving around. That's kind of like huge for me. And
Yeah.
'cause every time I get up, it's like, kind of thing. So, yeah, so these are the things that I've noticed for myself in the 2 years patching that I'm doing. So I'm very happy and very grateful for David Schmidt and this technology. So.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much for sharing. Is your trigger fingers related to arthritis, right?
Um, I guess technically, yes. It's never been diagnosed. I don't, I don't go to the doctor because I lost my health care because my husband retired. So now I'm just using patches as my doctor. So
Yes. Well, very good.
yeah,
Smart girl.
it works
All
great.
right. Yeah. So my mom had trigger finger and she's 80 years old. And it took her about maybe 6 or 7 months for her trigger finger to go away. And she used X39 and Eon. And that's what helped
Yeah,
her with the inflammation. And hers is arthritis related. And so she's like, wow, my trigger finger's gone. Do you think it's the patches? I'm like, yeah, that's the only
yeah,
thing you've changed. So that's
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. It is. It's great.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to having you back to hear your husband's story.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Debbie, you want to go next for me, please?
Be happy to.
Thank you.
My list is getting longer, so it's exciting. So those that don't know my story, I started patching about 3.5 years ago as well because of restless legs. So restless leg syndrome is a terrible syndrome I've had my whole life. And I had a flare up. I couldn't sleep. It was really miserable. So reached out to Christy and got on some patches. And it took probably about 4 or 5 months until I started feeling some relief. I still have the restless legs, but not anything like I used to. So it's a blessing to have that under control a little bit. My back pain is better. I'm able to work out again like I used to. Migraines, I haven't had to take my prescription medication for migraines in probably a year and a half now, which is great because I have such bad side effects. As you know, with medication, we have such bad side effects with so many of those. So I'm glad I don't have to take the migraine medicine. Um, for age reversal, which is exciting, my eyebrows used to be gray and now they come in dark. So it's really exciting not having to go and get them darkened every time I get my hair done. So the age reversal is a real thing. I'm so excited about it. And then my arms, you know how you bruise? I always thought older people, of course, I'm in the older people category now, but they bruise so easily on your forearms. And I was bruising so bad. And the doctor, of course, they just say, you've abused your skin. There's not anything we can do about it. But they were wrong because since I've been patching, my skin has gotten a lot better and I don't bruise like I used to. Um, and then the last thing is about, gosh, it's probably been a couple of months now. My vision's gotten better. And I had thought I was getting worse because I wear contacts. And I wear contacts and I couldn't see. I thought my eyesight was getting worse. So when I went to the doctor, it was actually the reverse. I was getting better, and that's why I couldn't see because my prescription was too high, too big. So they lowered my prescription on that. So I will always be a patcher, and you know, even if you don't think you need the patches, you need the patches because you never know what's going on inside of you. So always be patching.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I'm just really thrilled with your results for sure. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Fong, let's hear your story, please.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
So my story is not as interest like the other two because I've just been patching for just over a year now. And when I decided to patch, I didn't really have any concern. So I'm just looking for a better way of how to improve my health. And, you know, I can do more. So I know as we age, there's limited thing that we can do. So when I start patching, it was last year in June, late June. So I thanks to Renata for introducing me to the patch. That I see you, I met you on the hike, and so Renata gave me information. I look it up and decided to try, and so it took me about over 2 months to see the benefit, you know, and I expect, you know, to try for 5 months because I was 49 years old, no, 48 years old. So I'm turning 50 this coming up March, and I'm very happy with, you know, the patching process that you know I have been following. I sent Renata a one pager of my pictures. I don't know if you can bring it up, Renata. Um, so other than, you know, general well-being, I feel much better with, you know, the patch when I wake up in the morning, um, and then energy later at the end of the day after work. I sleep better. I used to have saggy skin on my face when I stretch. You know, when I stretch, I kind of bend down and I look in the mirror, look myself at like the loose skin sitting on my nose. They didn't like it at all. So I wish I have a picture of that. Now I stretch, you know, I bend down. I don't see the skin sitting on my nose anymore. So that's another area that I love about patching. So I share with Norma, who is on the call now, that we just talked at work today. And I share with Norma that, you know, that stretch that I did, and I saw my sagginess on my face, and we're both laughing. Anyhow, so though it's just a minor thing that I noticed, but one of the, you know, the most noticeable that really hit me is how I heal when I hurt myself during my vacation last March. So in front of you, you see the picture of when I got hurt. Okay, the first one showing March for where the accident happened. So I got 10 stitches on the outside of my chin and 12 stitches inside of my mouth because it, you know, slide my, you know, like scrape my gum down. So as you see how big and how deep it is, 7 days later, it healed. You see the picture, the third picture on top. The second picture is just after I got stitches. So as you can see, I start patching right from day one. And so I got accident. The accident happened in Vietnam. I had to leave Vietnam as my routine. My next stop was Dubai. So the doctor in Dubai took out the stitches for me, which is shown on the third picture on the top, and he was amazed looking at my wound because I showed him the picture of my accident, right? And he said, "This is unbelievable. You know." And then I share with him the patch. You know, hopefully I come back someday and get him on the patch. However, he really impressed with my healing process. And then the next picture you saw um, is the I think it is 10 days after I was on the safari in Dubai, just having fun in the sun, look like, my chin look almost back to normal. I did have a little makeup on because I want to look good in picture in my vacation, but very, very light makeup. And you can almost see anything on my chin. So the bottom just to show me how I got hurt from the inside of my mouth. And if you look at me now, like rarely you can see that I have a big accident back in March. And I'm very happy with how I look now, knowing I'm turning 50, like I have no wrinkle in my forehead, and overall, just keep patching. So when I start patching, I said I'm gonna try for 5 months. Now I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life. Okay. The moment I leave, I keep patching. So
Yes.
that's my story. Thank you, Steve, for having me.
I love it. Thank you so much. And, it was a good thing that you activated your stem cells before you got hurt too, right? Because we just
That's
never
right.
know if we're going to get, if we're going to have surgery, God forbid, or you get hurt. If we're activating our own stem cells, when we do get hurt or need that surgery, we're going to heal much, much quicker. So your results are absolutely amazing. And you prevented from getting plastic surgery, right? Because you were going to they told you you're going to have plastic surgery. So talk about a transfer spend there, right?
Yes.
You're definitely saving a lot of money by not doing that. So let's
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. I love to hear all your stories. And we're just going to wrap it up. We're going to shift a little bit here, but I'm going to talk about the opportunity. Now, I'm very grateful that I started this journey because when Andrew, my son, was in the hospital, I was able to share the patches, because here's what happens with a lot of us. We use the technology, we love it, and we can't help but to share it with some people, because we all know people that are in pain. They would like age reversal. They're going to have surgery. They're on medications, chronic illnesses, all kinds of things are happening to our friends and family. And we have a solution that can help them. So we like to patch it forward is what we say. So that's what happened to me after I hurt my foot. So I started sharing with people, then Andrew happened. And then I was able to literally build a beautiful business and a beautiful team with many of you that are on this Zoom. And I provided an income for my family while I was focused on my son. And I did it all through my cell phone. So imagine having an opportunity to build a global business right from your smartphone and be able to do it anytime, anywhere. And it was priceless. I never had to worry about finances during that time. So I love the part about the opportunity. And the future of wellness is energy. It's light therapy, it's frequency. We're hearing a lot about that now. And I know that LifeWave is going to be the leading force in that space. And stem cells are definitely going to be $1 trillion industry. And mind you, I think I said this earlier, but our supplements are going to increase our stem cells. Our water is going to increase our stem cells. And that's how we're getting that 100% of our gene expressions to a younger state. So we definitely are going to have technology that is going to impress a lot of people in this space. So LifeWave is the leading life technology, and we will be known as the healing and wellness company of the future with products and technology that will help every facet of life. And other things that David has in store are also going to be helping our planet and the globe. So that is very exciting. So stay tuned for that. And there is a better income plan that involves time freedom. Like I had time freedom to be able to be with my son, to keep my priorities in order, definitely, and to work with a company that has proven compensation opportunities. So the sky's the limit if you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time in the right community and help other people, and you just have a heart to want to make a difference in the world. Definitely join our patch journey, and we'd be happy to have you on board. So there's health freedom here, there's financial freedom, and there's also time freedom. So the sky's the limit. Whatever's on your dream board for 2025, we can help you accomplish that. Now, how do we get started with these patches anyway? So you can become a preferred customer, and that's one option. Our most popular options, however, are our memberships, and we're called brand partners. You don't have to sell anything unless you want to, but these are going to be also wholesale pricing. And so the first one is called Core. That's our better one. Advanced is even better, and Premium is best. And so how this works is the Core, you're going to get 3 X39s for $295. So that'll be 3 months of X39. You can give it a try, see how it works for you. If you do have pain, we can customize that pack with Eon as well, and that will get you on your way. If you're looking at this as a business, or maybe you have family members that you'd like to share this with, the advanced option is a great option for you. And that's going to give you 6 months of X39. And if you're definitely that business-minded person, you want to have some patches on hand so you can sample out to people, to sell to people. Premium is going to be your best option, and that's going to be 20 sleeves, 20 months worth of X39, and that will get you well on your way to start your business. So however you decide to start with us, just make sure to reach out to the person that invited you. Again, thank them for inviting you and teaching you about this new technology, and also let them know how you'd like to get started, and we'd be happy to start you on your patch journey. So do we have any questions in the chat, Renata, that I could support people with?
No, we don't have any chat. No questions.
No questions? Does anybody have any questions they'd like to unmute and ask? Otherwise, I will let you get on with your night.
Well, Christy, I just wanted to thank you for this great presentation. This is Wendy Badra.
Hi.
I've been patching for 4 years, and I've listened to quite a few of these presentations, but I learned something new every time, and again tonight. So I just wanted to thank you for hosting this for us. And I don't know if Terry wanted to share anything real quick. I don't know if she had a quick testimonial, but I don't know if she's back on anymore. So we'll save that for another time. But thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. Well, tell Terry to come back next week because we need another testimony. So I would love to hear that.
You got it.
Yeah. And if you're a guest, or even, the brand partners as well, if you like what you heard tonight, please reach out to people and invite them to our Zoom next Monday. We'll be doing this every Monday night, the same link, the same time, and we'd be happy to grow this community and grow this Zoom so that we can make a bigger impact in the world and across the globe. So thank you for your time, and thank you for the testimonies, and thank you, Renata, for helping me behind the scenes. I love the teamwork, and take care, you guys. God bless. Bye for now.